Hello and welcome to another episode of Farming Simulator 22 on the Old Stream Farm. Right guys, we are going to continue with where we were in the last episode, and we are going to get the contract field started, finished. Okay, that takes forever to drop off, does that? There we go. Yeah, so we're gonna go and get the windrow. We're gonna go up to the farm, up to the field at the top, the contract field, and we're gonna get that one done first. Now we do need to make silage, guys. So we do need to make the bales into round bales, and then we need to look at getting them wrapped on the farm. So what we'll do is we'll bring the bales to the farm. I think we'll bring the bales to the farm. I think that makes sense. Now I'm hoping to be able to use the money we're going to make from this contract and buy another piece of land. That's the whole point of contracts at the moment. They're going to try and help us get our farm grown and established. There are a couple of fields on the map I don't want to own, like for example field 22. Like if we just passed it on the right, it's got a massive pylon in the middle, and I can't be asked dealing with the headache of having to drive around it constantly. But yeah, we're not ever gonna buy that field. I think we'll probably work backwards, if I'm honest. So like the farm would be like the front of our farm, and then we'll buy the fields to the back and the side. I think that's the easiest way to do it. Right, this is 7 meters wide, guys. 7 meters. So it's a hell of a... Whoa, we hit a bump and lost all braking. Aha, that's right. Okay, that's why. There we go. We have to do it like that. Apparently it doesn't like turn too tightly. Well, if this doesn't like turning tightly, it is not going to like this field, that is for sure. Jesus Christ. Right, so we'll get that in there, we'll get that on there, and then we're going to make the start. We will get the radio turned on kind of sharpish. I'd like to get all three of these fields done today. I wouldn't mind doing a little bit of the baling. Like I said, there's something I want to test. Now, I don't know if it will work, but apparently if you roll a grass field in precision farming, it does not give you the fertilized state like it does on non-precision farming. Which is fine, I wouldn't expect it to. But apparently what it does do is it gives you a growth stage. Now, I don't know how true that is. I personally have never really rolled grass fields. I've always just found it easier and quicker to use a little bit of chemical fertilizer, basically. I've always found it just a hell of a lot easier to do that. And faster. Massively faster to do that. I'm gonna keep hitting this fence, guys, all the way. It was the downside to me cutting really close to the fence. I am gonna constantly hit it on this first headland, so you will have to forgive my bad driving. I'm not trying to drive badly on purpose. I'm just... Wow, are you really struggling to get up there? Wow, that was interesting. Whoa, 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 whoa. I didn't put a weight on. Okay. Okay. I see. I know you don't like it. Come on, Massey. I wouldn't mind, but on the Valley Spring series, I have proper started using weights more. Bought them for each tractor, things like that. But yeah, this tractor, I have completely forgotten to put a front weight on this. It's because I had the front loader on. That's what it was. But I always, like I say, I always like to try and do a headland on the first field so you guys can, you know, actually see that we are actually doing the work. Yeah, we're not going to really be able to get into that corner. A little disappointed with how close I cut to the fence, but there's nothing we can do about it now. Nothing at all. Oh, okay, that was a collision gate. That's because I'm so used to Valley Springs at the moment. All the gates on there are basically drive-through. Yeah, if I get the radio turned on now, guys, and we get all 3 fields windrow, The other two are not massively big, so it shouldn't take too long. This is going to be the most annoying field because of the island in the middle of the field. But we'll get our way through it and go from there. Right guys, that time lapse is kind of reached its limit. I can't get over how long that first field took to windrow. It didn't help that I was making a complete and utter mess of it in certain places. But yeah, it didn't help, put it that way. But yeah, we'll get the rest of these done just normal time now. If it does use up the rest of the video though, there's not really much we can do about that. We've got to get this windrowed so we can bail. I can't do my little tests that I want to do unless we get it all windrowed and bailed, so there we go. So all we can do now really is slowly work our way through this. Like I say, we need to make a lot of bales. I'm trying to think. I wish there was a better wrapper, a better old school wrapper than the one that we've got, just so we could make bigger bales. It's the only thing that puts me off, to be honest, is that little wrapper. Don't get me wrong, the little wrapper works wonders for what it is, but it just takes so freaking long to do, do you know what I mean? But everything else, like the extractor and things like that, and the new DLC that's come out, that's all too new. We can't use any of that over here, and unfortunately it does just mean that we're stuck with the one option. That is literally all we've got, is the one option for a bale wrapper for our series, basically. It does really suck, but it does mean things are going to take quite a while. But we've only got one field to wrap, guys, so it's not the end of the world either. We have only got the one to wrap, so can't really argue with it, but it's just not the quickest thing in the world. Oh, I keep hanging my steering wheel in full lock. Right, let's have a look. That is all done on that field. So all we've got left to windrow now. Oh no, we haven't. We got the other side of this field. See, this another thing I always forget with this field. It's split into halves, isn't it? Right, let's just reverse back. I did notice doing the contract field, there were a couple of slight issues with the field, like, you know, sharp edges and things like that. I might, if I remember, try and go and deal with them off recording and smooth them out, shall I say. I was about to say flatten them out, but it's not flattening them out that I want to do. It's smoothing them out that I want to do. Yeah, it was kind of making the tractor like wheelie because of how sharp it was. I don't know if it came through on the video or in the timelapse because of how quick we were going, but yeah, it was one of the reasons why we were doing the wheeling and things like that. And it was very... I've driven in... My brakes have not worked. I went to press the brake and there was just nothing there. No. No. Oh my God, why are you doing this to me? The Ford wouldn't have done this to me. The Ford loves me. You stupid Massey Ferguson. No, it's my bad driving, to be honest. No, you stop. Right. I'm not messing around. I can't drive today, clearly. I can't drive. What can I say? Yeah, big shout out as well to everybody who is watching the videos, guys. Massively do appreciate everybody here who is hitting that like button. We have dropped a little bit in viewership since becoming member. I think it's the adverts, to be honest. I can't really say for sure. There are different settings for the adverts, guys, and I am trying different ones, so bear with me. It's all kind of new to me on how that all works over on YouTube. Twitch was a lot easier for adverts when I was over on Twitch doing the live streams, but I say it was easier. Every time I went for a toilet break or I went to get a drink, I'd just put like a 30-second ad on. You know what I mean? YouTube, it's all kind of automatic, and yeah, there's not really much control over it. But I have changed the setting. Because I've noticed the drop since, and I can only put it down to the adverts. I have put skippable adverts on. The ones that come up in the middle of the film, in the middle of the playing. So if you are getting annoyed at the adverts, like I say, bear with me while we work our way through the different settings to find out what's best for the channel. Basically, that's the whole thing. Trial and error. I've been a YouTube partner now for about a week. It's about a week, so yeah, just give me a little bit of time to work on that. I don't know why I keep folding this machine up. Although if I no. Yeah, I keep folding that up, and I am not meaning to fold it up. I don't know. I'm getting distracted by my conversation about adverts. But yeah, it's weird because I've had all this new following, and I know there are some new people out there, and you know, you've joined the Discord and things like that. So I know you guys are there watching, but like I say, if the adverts are a little off-putting at the moment, I am trying to work on finding out the best way to run them. I have to run the adverts, guys, because if I don't run them, YouTube run them anyway. And if YouTube run them, you don't get paid for them. Well, I do now, but if I can find a setting that everybody is pleased with, then surely that is, or at least can tolerate. Like I said, the advert income now is, you know, it helps finance the channel, it helps with new equipment and things like that. Every penny I've ever made on streaming, I've always put it back into the, you know, into the content, basically. You know, new equipment, new overlays when I was live streaming, and you know, even if it was like buying a new monitor, a new microphone, things like that, everything has always gone back into the channel. Always has, always will. Even if I had like crazy money income coming in from YouTube, I would still find a way to put it into the channel. I'd try and create new content with said money, for example. If, you know, I mean, I'm just trying to explain, you know, what we do with it, kind of thing. Yeah, I need to go right here. I've got one little field at the top of this hill. Not the biggest field in the world, but we do need to be careful this time because we can't go onto that field there on the left, because that is ours and crop destruction is turned on. Okay, that didn't quite make that corner as sharply as I wanted. That kind of sucks. I can't see this edge properly because of all these bloody trees. All these bloody trees. There we go. Right, we've made that corner now. Yeah, the headlands has always been the worst part for me. Especially with a tool wider than your tractor. Like if you had a 3 meter wide windrow, wouldn't have half as much problem because basically wherever you drive is wherever you would be swathing. Right. So that is headland number 1. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to get much time for any of the baling today, but we can only make a start. That is for sure. This is where Courseplay could have come in really handy, because if we'd have made Courseplay do the windrowing, we could have made Courseplay do the baling while we cracked on with something else, especially on a contract. I think that's what we're going to likely use Courseplay for on future series. Most likely going to use it on contracts and stuff so that we can basically move the series along by doing something else. But I'm only ever going to do one contract at a time. I'm not going to like have 5 tractors and do 5 contracts all at the same time, because then we'd just make way too much money really, really quickly, and I feel like that would ruin everything we ever do. Like at the moment I've got at the moment I've got 2 tractors. I wouldn't put 2 Courseplay courses on because then we'd have nothing to do. So that's how I view it anyway. I know there are people out there who do a lot of Courseplay and auto drive. Auto drive has never interested me. On Farm Sim 19 I used to set up courses using Courseplay, but never just auto drive. If auto drive's not, if they can't implement it into Courseplay, I'm not really interested. I don't need millions of apps doing millions of different things. I've got a lot of mods as it is. When I said apps, I meant mods. I've got a lot of mods as it is. I was trying to go through them the other day. I was like, well, I have that one and I've never used it. I've got that one and I've never, you know what I mean? And I'm thinking, if I haven't used it in nearly 18 months, then I don't think I'm going to start using it now. In theory. That's kind of what I thought anyway. I know it sounds daft me turning the wrong way there, but it's just to try and get a nice big turn circle on here. Try and pull that back up to there. Lovely. Right, this should pretty much be the last little bit, and that is all of the windrowing done. Like I said, I could have gone and put a second time lapse in. I don't like to do the same time lapse over and over again, like especially in the same episode, not unless I'm desperate to get that job finished. Like harvesting, for example, you've got to do it that way, because you don't have long to harvest, but doing this bit of windrowing is not the end of the world. I think I've also been doing a little bit of extra work over on the Ford mod as well. Yeah, I've looked in all the XML files and I've looked in all the other little bits and that, and for the life of me I can't figure out why the indicators on the back don't work. That's the indicator on the back. Also, if you look on the front now, you can see the indicator flashing, but the actual light itself doesn't flash. Yeah, there's just a couple of little bits that I've noticed with this mod, and it's a little bit annoying, but yeah, there's not really much we can do about it. Whoa, I hit that a little bit too hard, did that? Right, yeah, once again, we're going to go and start the baling over on the what is it field? The contract field. But yeah, at some point I'm most likely going to be getting rid of this Ford tractor, just because it's starting to give me a little bit too many headaches until I can fix it properly. Probably go and swap it for another Ford. I'll probably just do a straight trade, just because obviously the mod's got a few little issues. Like I say, I'm working my way through them. If I go in first person, look, I've got rid of all the little dodgy textures and stuff. But I am working my way through it. I don't get that much time to do it, to be honest, because I do play a lot of other games off record. Well, I play one other game a lot off recording, and then obviously, you know, when the wife comes home from work and I spend time with her, and you know, I end up not getting as much done on this mod as I would have liked. There we go, lovely jubbly, done. We'll do that. We'll drop that down there. Get a little bit of baling done. Whoa! That... Oh, hang on. Automatic drop. Yeah, we need automatic drop. Now, when it comes to doing our bales, I might, because I'm only doing grass bales, I might just use the square baler for ours. But this contract needs silage. It's interesting actually, because if I'd bring the Massey Ferguson over with the trailer, I could wrap what I needed and then keep the rest of them, keep the rest of the grass on the ground and make square bales. That might actually be a better way of doing this. I just don't know how many bales I'm going to need to complete this contract. That's the only downside. Yeah, I'm trying to do the odd contract for a bit. Although then again, I want the money, don't I, to buy a new field. Wow, this is filling up really, really quickly. Yeah, we're using the Claas Rollant 66. We've used this baler before at the start of Bally Springs. It was the one that Grandad on that series had before, and it did the job. It's a fantastic mod. It works really, really well. It gives me no issues. The indicators on this work. The only downside for me is it gives you 125 bales. I might look at editing this mod and seeing if I can add 150. No, the next size bale up, whatever the next size bale up is in rounder, 125. So it'll be 150, won't it? Just to try and speed. No, I can't. I'm trying to think of other ways to do this, but I can't. The only way I can do that is if I edit the wrapper as well and add 150 bales on that as well. Yeah. It's just here where you see where just see like around here. It's just really, 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 really just sharp. But I can't edit it until I've got the grass off the field. That's the biggest issue with that. Right, we've got another one there. We'll drop that there. Come on. There we go. Beautiful. Looking so good, man. We are going to get an absolute bomb load of bales off this field. Guaranteed. Yeah, I really like this Ford mod, but it's just giving me a couple of little bits of issues that I'm not really happy with at the moment. So like I say, I'm thinking of swapping it out. But I am going to get a time lapse on, guys. I'm going to try and get a couple of minutes of baling done, I think. But yeah, we'll drop this bale, and then I think we'll kind of use that as a start point. there we go, guys. As you can see, we got this field absolutely built. Oh, it's so nice to see that completely built. I am not looking forward though, guys, to picking all these bills up. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, to be honest. I might do, oh, I've gone the wrong way. I might do what I did last time. We'll rent the auto load trailer just to get them to the farm, and then there's no way I'm bringing the wrapper up here. No way at all. So if we bring the auto load trailer, we get them all to the farm, we'll wrap them all. I'll probably do a bit of wrapping off recording. All that grass there for us though, guys, that is going as grass, so we'll use our square baler for that. I would like some silage on the farm, but at the moment we need feed more than anything else for the animals. We have massively hit our time, I think, for this episode. 2 time lapses makes it a little bit hard for me to work out down stuff. I think we're kind of at our time limit. I am going to be looking for a replacement tractor for the Ford. It might be 7810. It will kind of do the job. I might look at something with the same horsepower instead. I haven't really decided yet. We'll. That's alright. I'm parking that in the wrong shed. We'll find something for it to do and find a suitable replacement. I think this has got like 165 brake horsepower. I might even bring in a Deutz-Fahr, because there is an old school Deutz-Fahr with about this kind of brake horsepower. It would make life very simple to just do a straight swap. I think it's about the same price range as well. Just have a quick look. I don't know if it's under, might be under mediums. There you go. Right, so we've got 162 brake horsepower and the Deutz-Fahr is 170, so we would be a little bit better off. It's kind of the same price. Yeah, we used this on the Somerset series for quite a while. But yeah, we might look at using the Torpedo RX 170 as a replacement, just because of the issues that it's giving me. But as you can see, guys, we have got a lot done again over in this episode. I hope you guys have massively enjoyed this episode. I know I have. I always do love playing on this map. It's like the Bally Springs series. I love the Bally Springs series, but sometimes I think 5 days a week is just a little bit too much. But I don't really want to start a 3rd series knowing Court Farms is right round the corner. Because my plan is to, when Court Farms comes out, we're going to move the old school series over to Court Farms. We've mentioned this a few times now in previous episodes, but what I want to do is then bring Court Farms extra day a week. So we might bring the old school series 3 days a week, Bally Spring 4, or we might do Bally Spring down to 3 days and Court Farms as 4. Do you know what I mean? A couple of different ways. But I have been thinking lately about bringing in just a little series, like 1 day a week. We could have like Bally Spring 1 day. No, Bally Spring say 3 day. Court Farms 3 days. I've thought about bringing Western Wilds as a little one-off set, you know, like a little series. And the reason why I was thinking that, guys, is I was thinking, I'm in the wrong one. I was thinking of doing it as a 1 day a week, and I was thinking possibly that we could start with 0. We'll start, you know, we'll have a sell point, and we'll start with like a shovel, and we'll start with like a grass cutter, not a lawnmower. Like an actual push lawnmower, not a ride-on lawnmower. That's what I meant to say. And we start with like maybe £10, just because you got to have a bit of food money. And basically, we spend 1 episode a week, and we just see what we can do with that. We'll have it on the easy economy to make a bit of easier money, and we'll just start with nothing, like a rags to riches style series. Now, I know other people have called their series rags to riches, but to give you an idea, we start with nothing, a lawnmower and a shovel. We sell it a couple of 100 litres at a time. We then get a little tractor, we then get a little trailer, we then get a little mower, you know what I mean? And we literally build up to something similar like that, really. just as a 1 day a week kind of episode, and I've really screwed up. But yeah, guys, if you've enjoyed this episode, please hit that like button, guys. It really, really, really does make a massive difference to a small YouTube channel like mine. If you do enjoy the content and you haven't already, please consider hitting that subscribe button, guys. Again, my driving is absolutely terrible. It's because I wanted to be in full lock more, and I ended up not going in full lock. Yeah, as I say, hit that subscribe button, guys, and until the next episode, I will see you all later on.